Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another Trading View update and happy Friday. Bitcoin is still trading sideways as ETH outperforms. And one thing when we look at the Bitcoin chart to start with that we've noticed is the similarity between the price action at Bitcoin's local top back in April and the price action now. So what do I mean by that? We're looking at these two areas predominantly, and we can see how we've got this new all-time high. We've corrected lower since, and we're now just trading sideways as we have done for the last 3 weeks, similar to what we had in April. What does that suggest? Well, funding rates are still somewhat elevated. We've been saying that in the short term, we do expect a shakeout of leverage to allow the market to move higher later on. So what could we see? Well, if we have a breakout in prices to the downside, I do expect that we'll see a test of the 58K area, which is just the bottom of the current trading box, so to speak, in here. I expect that to be tested. Worst case scenario, or what we could, if we see this kind of aggressive move lower, but that we saw in May, I don't think it will be as aggressive. But if we look at how the chart's set up, you can see that this kind of price accumulation, this price consolidation took place in the same level that we were at trading at the beginning of the year. And convert it, or bring that forward to now, you're looking at the kind of mid 50s area as a similar price, kind of price area. And this is a kind of a short-term target. And I would emphasize that it is a short-term target. The way that we see the market developing with the fundamentals in place, if we drop to these levels, it'll be a good buying opportunity before we do accelerate higher into the end of the year. Now, final word on Ethereum. Actually, tell you what, I'm actually going to draw this very quickly because I think it is important. Where are we? So what could we see? I reckon potential for this down to here, consolidation, and then a move back higher. That didn't work. Initial test, move back down to here, and then that's sort of the potential move that we're looking at. So testing the current range lower than 58, a further drop down into the mid 50s where we test this area of price consolidation as well as the local top from the 7th of September. That's kind of the last main buying opportunity, and then we accelerate through into the end of the month, and arguably even test an all-time high. Now, Ethereum is trading much better. We can see here we're looking at a healthy bull market where previous levels of resistance at the upper end of this trading corridor are being tested as support when the price moves higher. So what do I mean by that? We had that initial run up towards 3,700, moved back lower, broke through that resistance area, made a new high, broke lower, tested the previous resistance as support. Same again, and same again. And so I'm expecting prices to move higher into, towards 5,000 over the next week. If there is a breakdown in the Bitcoin price, then I do expect Ethereum to also suffer a little bit. But given the relatively flat funding rates, the correction won't be as aggressive as it was back in May. That said, when you have this altcoin season, you tend to have Bitcoin topping first, and then 3 to 4 weeks later, as the rotation from Bitcoin to alts takes place, that's when you have ETH topping out. And the Bitcoin all-time high was on the 21st of October. So that's 2 weeks ago. So we might see another week of prices going higher, but then I do expect a pullback to take place to shake out the leverage that has been building up. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll update you next week. Have a good weekend.